Up, people? What is up, guys and girls? Welcome to another episode of the Natural Nomad podcast. Today, we're going to break it down, and I'm going to break down a topic related to keeping your size, not dropping your muscle, or getting skinny and starving yourself when you actually want to build a six pack. All right, because that's one thing I know a lot of people struggle with off the bat. You know what I mean? In order to get a six pack, you got to get skinny, you got to starve yourself, and that's what they're saying, or at least that's what they were told, and that's what they believe. And we're going to break those misconceptions. And I'm actually going to provide to you today, like some proper insight on how to do it, okay, without starving yourself, and how to do it and keep the most muscle on your body so that, you actually get some nice abs, a nice solid flat stomach. But at the same time, you don't have to sacrifice your size. You can still have a nice chest, shoulders, arms, and have the whole trifecta, have that whole aesthetic physique matching up. All right. So, without waste, actually, I want to ask you guys and girls, how was your weekend? Let me know if you did anything fun or did anything out of the norm. Let me know how your day was going before we dive into this podcast. Just want to chat it up a little bit. Tyson, what's good? Rajiv, I see you, man. And I saw you this morning. Cheers, bro. Appreciate you, man. MJ, Vinci, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for joining, man. Hope you're having an amazing Monday, you guys. Jimmy, what's good? And I'm not going to pronounce your name there on TikTok. But no, I see you guys and girls on TikTok. You know what's good. So, without wasting any time, we're going to dive into the podcast in five, four, three, two, and one. All right, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Natural Nomad podcast. Right, this is the number one podcast for anyone in this planet, country, or nation who wants to make an amazing mental and physical natural transformation. All right. Disclaimer, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, not because I want to be mean, but because I respect you. All right. So if you tune in and decide to give me the time out of your life that you know you'll never get back, the very least I can do for you guys and girls is keep it a stack. All right. Now that that's out the way, let's chat with IFBB Pro Matt Butale. Let's go. All right. The only thing I'm going to ask you guys and girls is if you have any questions that are like a little bit too private or something like that, you don't want to air it out in the live stream, you can feel free to DM me at any point in time, and I'll help you try to understand what it is you're looking to understand on a one-on-one level, so you don't have to actually like put yourself in an awkward position if you're worried about that. Any of you guys that are watching, all right. So let's move forward. Let's talk about it. How to actually build a six pack. How to not only build a six pack, but do it without starving. Okay, because again, a lot of people think that like getting in condition, getting shredded or ripped or having any sort of definition or toning, they like to say, to come out of your physique, it's like you have to starve yourself and do like ridiculous amounts of cardio over and over and over, which is not true. It's not true. And I'm gonna definitely tell you guys today in this podcast episode how to not only get a six pack, but how to do it without starving yourself, how to do it and still keep, your physique moderately aesthetic because you're maintaining as much muscle as possible. All right. And for those of you that are like my OGs that are here, that always come around and, watch the live streams, things of that sort, you're going to get pretty much most of these tips, or some of these tips are going to be reminders, but the way you hear them today and how they actually apply and work hand in hand with each other, it's really going to hit different. What's up, Deshaun? I see you, bro. What is up? What's up? Harmon, what's good? All right, so let's dive into it. All right. So, again, just to reiterate, this is for people that are, in a sense, struggling to shrink their waistline. Okay. People that are struggling to flatten their gut, like the lower portion of their gut is hanging. Okay. And you're also struggling to get a six pack. Like you've put the energy in, you've done your best when it comes to the research, but you just cannot get that six pack. Okay. So, I just want to tell you, you don't have to sacrifice eating at all in order to get a six pack, like to get conditioned. Like maybe if you're a bodybuilder and you're going for the extreme, that's something else. But to burn fat, you don't need to honestly suck down on a lot of food. All right. So the number one thing, without wasting any time, we're gonna dive into it. I'll recommend this to each and every single one of you guys and girls. These four tips. The first thing is this: eat 100 to 200 calories less than your required maintenance level. Okay, so 100 to 200 calories less than your maintenance level of calories. Okay, so say for example, your caloric requirement intake is like 3,100, 3,300. So if it's 3,300, then what you want to do is go again 3,000 or 2,900, and that's like a nice starting point for you. in terms of a slight deficit in order for you to continue to lose weight. Again, it's amazing because it's like you're in a deficit. It's going to help you lose weight, but you don't feel as if you're starving because it's not a little bit of food. It's quite a bit. It's, I mean, 200 calories is only a, but the reason why we're going with a slight difference is because of the other tips I'm going to be giving you guys and girls today, and those tips help amplify this nutritional trick here. So, like, you don't have to be in a crazy deficit and starve yourself if you just take off a little bit and then you do a little bit extra in other places. And when I say a little bit extra, it's not even like you're spending hours in the gym. It's just you're doing these two other things which tie these things in. There are three other points aside from this one, and when they all work together and you're able to do them consistently, it just works like magic. Okay, it's worked for myself and it's worked for my clients. Okay, so the first thing, eat 100 to 200 calories less than your required maintenance level of calories. Okay, that's the first thing. All right. Because staying in a slight caloric deficit is going to burn off a little bit more fat and you're just staving off your caloric intake just a little bit. All right. So that's a good thing. The second thing I want to talk about depends on how you feel about it. I don't really care how you feel about it, but it really does work. All right. So daily cardio, at least 20 minutes. And I'm not even saying doing, do hit or anything of that sort, like anything intense. Doesn't have to be intense. 20 minutes of just walking on a treadmill at 2 miles per hour on a max incline. That's fine. That'll work as long as you do it, at least 3 to 5 days a week. Okay, 3 to 5 days a week. If you're extreme, you can go 7 days a week. Honestly, it's only 20 minutes. I personally do my cardio in the morning, between 30 minutes to an hour. Right now, I'm at 30 minutes, and I'll do that. Okay, fasted. You don't have to do it fasted. I personally do it because it just spikes my appetite and I get a little bit more hungry for the food I have to eat after. And I'm eating quite a bit. So that's why I do that. But it doesn't have to be fasted. A rule of thumb is just to get it out of the way in the morning so that you don't have excuses later on in the day because it's already done. That's just what I would say. So fast or just cardio, 20 minutes, walking on a treadmill, even something super simple, nothing like extreme, just moderate, low to moderate, consistent between 5 to 7 days a week, in conjunction with you eating in a slight calorie deficit, it's going to start to chip away the fat. And with the fat coming down, with the body fat percentage coming down, you're going to notice that the abs are going to become more visible as the lower area of the gut that descends starts to like evaporate. Right. Again, the whole focus here is to burn fat, drop water weight, right? And so far, you got one thing working for you in your favor, which is your caloric deficit. The second thing is your daily cardio, which brings us to the third thing. And this is very simple, straightforward across the board. This needs to be applied if you want to do anything or change anything in your physique in a positive way, guys and girls. And this is implement a daily weight training routine. Okay, when I say daily, I'm not saying every day. It could be between 3 to 6 days, depending on if you're a beginner, advanced, intermittent, whatever it is. 3 to 6 days a week. If you can commit to that and the other two steps that I labeled before, then everything is going to start to snowball together. And you'll notice that even on 3 days a week, if you go one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off, one day, and you're doing your cardio consistently, and you are, eating with respects to being in a slight calorie deficit, you're going to notice that the fats are going to start to peel off. You're going to start to see your waist shrink very slightly every single week, but it will be like a constant trend, right? You'll notice that your body's like literally getting tighter, while you're not starving. Okay, because mind you, 100 to 200 calories less than what your maintenance level is. It's not a starving amount. It's plenty. You'll feel good, and you'll be burning fat at the same time. All right, so your food, like your intake for what you're eating, is helping you burn fat. The cardio is helping you burn fat. The daily weight training routine is not only helping you burn fat by allowing you to burn extra calories, but it's allowing you to put on more muscle. And when you put on more muscle, your body is closer to an anabolic state. Again, just long story short, anabolic state, we'll just lay it out here and say the more lean muscle tissue you have on your frame, like the more calories will burn resting because muscle to have it on your frame is calorically expensive. So for example, like a bodybuilder or someone that's super lean and has a lot of lean muscle, sitting down compared to somebody else that doesn't have a lot of lean muscle but weighs the same, won't burn the same amount of calories just sitting down. Does that make sense? And the reason why is because having like just muscle itself consumes a lot of calories, right? It's a lot more difficult for your body to keep muscle than it is for your body to keep fat. So it'll work just as hard, if not, it's not just as hard. It'll work harder than if you were to be sitting next to someone that is equivalent in weight, um, but is composed mostly of fat or less lean muscle than you. All right, so that's another plus with daily weight training. Again, 3 to 6 days a week when you've got your calorie deficit and then you're training. And the last thing, guys and girls, this ties everything up together, um, especially the not starving part. This one is making sure that you keep your protein intake high. Okay, so most I've heard some people are okay with zero point 0.7 grams per pound of body weight, but I rule of thumb is always 1 gram bare minimum. Like that's the lowest I'll go. The lowest I'll go is 1 gram per pound of body weight, and I'll recommend 1 gram per pound of body weight because I don't know how many or how your guys and girls bodies are optimized. I know some people have protein, like you know, they can't consume a lot of protein due to their kidneys and things of that sort. And I just want to keep it safe. If you are really, really, really focusing on building, if not retaining muscle as you get more lean, the bare minimum, what I would say is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That should be your intake. Rule of thumb, that's it. Mic dropped, case closed. Because with that, giving your muscle enough food, protein builds muscle. You're giving your muscle enough food, okay? You're giving yourself enough muscle food to not only preserve the amount of muscle, okay, as you're burning calories, as you're going to the gym, as you're resting, but to build upon that. Myself, the lowest I'll go is 1 gram. On average, I keep it between 1 and a quarter to almost 1.5, just slightly over 1.5 grams per pound. And that's like when I'm really, eating my protein and I have a quota to meet and I'm really forcing the growth and I'm just doing as much as I can. Right. So 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is the way to go. It's gonna help you stay full in the kitchen, like you're gonna notice you are not starving, especially if you gotta drop some carbs there when you're dropping the calories in your new nutrition protocol. You can increase the protein. And believe me, protein's really filling. Depending on whichever protein type you decide to consume. I mean, I like poultry. You can have shakes, you can have whatever you want, honestly, but you can not trick yourself. You can play around with it. There's variety. You can do literally whatever you want and find that perfect, we'll say, routine for you. Maybe it's like you like poultry, like chicken breast, you like turkey, or maybe you like red meats. Maybe you like just having mostly fish or extra eggs for protein. Maybe you're just, on the fly and you want a protein shake. Regardless of what it is, it's easy to get your protein down and it also makes it feel like you're not as hungry. You know what I'm saying? Because that thing, again, 1 gram per pound of body weight is not a little bit. It's not a lot in my opinion, but for the average person, you'll feel full. You'll feel really full doing that and then eating your carbs and your fats in conjunction with that. All right. So just to recap it really quickly here, just to recap it, the 4 tips, 4 steps to a six pack. All right. Number one, eat in a slight calorie deficit. Number two, daily cardio, 20 minutes, bare minimum, 5 to 7 days a week. Okay. Fasted, it's up to you if you want to do that. I already talked about that earlier. You don't have to. And daily weight training. So make sure you're training 3 to 6 days a week and pretty hard at that, right? Because the more muscle you have on your frame, the more calories you burn by just living, which is also going to aid with the first 2 tips and make you burn even more fat. Again, as we burn fat, the body fat percentage goes down. As the body fat percentage goes down, the abs start to pop. And what ties this all together is we can do it without starving by making sure the protein is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is not only going to make you feel full on the diet that you're eating or the nutrition protocol that you're eating, but it's going to do it's just going to do wonders with preserving muscle and even building muscle as you go hard in the gym and as you do everything else that's going to burn the extra fat for you, like the slight calorie deficit, like the consistent 5 to 7 day 20-minute moderate cardio, and the 3 to 6 training days per week. Tie that in with the protein there and you're actually growing muscle doing those 3 things. your abs are around the corner. Literally. We got 20 weeks till summer. That's about 5 months. I'm gonna leave it there. You know what time it is. It's either you get a head start or you're left in the dust. It's very easy to lose 5 pounds a month. If you did that from now to summer, you'd be 25 pounds lighter. And that's 5 pounds. 5 pounds is easy. That's like just over a pound a week. That's easy. That's easy. You can do that with eating your maintenance level calories and just doing extra cardio. It's easy. All right. So it's either you take advantage now or you wait till later and you're gonna have to crash diet and hate yourself because you want to get ready for the summer. So that's it. That's all. That's just the truth. You already know that. All right, people. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. This is the number one podcast for anyone on this planet, country, or nation who wants to make an amazing mental and physical natural transformation. All right. So don't forget to implement at least one thing from this podcast. Take away something from this podcast. Maybe you wrote it down, maybe you're just memorizing things, but take away something from this podcast because, again, guys, girls, information without implementation is just fucking noise. All right. So I don't want you sitting here just getting the knowledge and not actually doing anything with it. Okay. If you laughed, cried, got any value, motivation, or inspiration from this podcast, share it out to one friend who you know will enjoy it too. All right. Shameless plug. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got a whole bunch of videos coming out in the new year, which is now. It's called Matt Butale, Matt space Butale. Check that out on YouTube. Also, if you want to lose 25 pounds, in 20 weeks, again, that's 5 pounds a week. 5 pounds a week. It's super easy to lose, especially if you're, aiming for summer. 5 pounds a week. That's just over a pound a week. Think about it. Instead of having to crash diet when you're all the way in like March, April, 5 pounds a week is super easy. 25 pounds lighter. It's a deal you can get yourself. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Send me a message, DM Nomad, the word Nomad, and I'll see if I'll be a great fit for you. All right. It's been nice chatting. Hope you like what today's topic was about. Natural IFBB Pro Matt signing out. Boom, podcast recorded. What's happening, people? Hey, Brady, what's happening? What's good? I see you there. I see you. How y'all doing? How's y'all Monday going? I'm gonna just scroll up and read some comments over here on Instagram, and then I'm gonna go fly down and get to cooking. So I gotta cook today. Gotta cook and then gotta eat. Um, Mela says, "Thanks for the tips, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, yo. Thanks for giving me the time out of your life. I appreciate that." Mike says, "I'm hitting the beach with a big belly. Suit yourself, bro. Do you? I ain't gonna judge you. I'm just gonna not take pictures with you, I guess." He says 1 gram per pound is a lot. Again, for the average person, they would really feel full on 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which you can definitely use to leverage in your favor when you're, taking away or at least remodeling the amount of macronutrients that you're getting with the calories adjusted in a slight calorie deficit so that you can burn fat. So again, it's all about getting to that ideal spot without starving and giving yourself the most optimal, like making your body do the most work. You know what I mean? Like if your nutrition is cutting up a little bit, so you're going to be burning fat there, cool. Cardio, your cardiovascular, your heart's going to, bump up a little bit, burn some extra calories in 20 minutes a day, cool. And again, calories is fat. And last but not least, there, right? You got the weight training. You were going to burn the most calories doing that thing, right? 3 to 6 days a week. Awesome. Get that out of the way and then make sure that you're full by eating and filling yourself up with protein. Again, 1 gram per pound of body weight. That's going to go so far. It's going to help you build more muscle. And the more muscle you build, the more fat you burn just inherently. All right. So it's solid. These ones are ones that I want you to take down. These are ones that I know are going to work for you. It's good. Brady, I'm gonna see you soon. You know what's up? We out here. I was actually nervous. I was nervous. I was like, yo, what did I say? I was like, yo, I need to get my COVID test. When you messaged me, I was like, it was 2 days ago. And I was like, shit, I need my COVID test. And I realized I was like fully vaxxed. I don't need one. So we're gonna be good. This is dope. This is dope. This is so dope. K Gaines says, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, homie. Brady says, just getting ready to crush the day. Yeah, yo, I'm out here. We've been up since about 4:30. And I realized because it's PST over there. So when I go, um, It's gonna be like 1 a.m. So I'm gonna have to like fix my sleep schedule there just for a couple of days and then get back to it. But it's not bad at all. It's like sleeping in, but I'll be on time because I don't want to be like I want to be up early because I do my cardio so fucking early. I hate doing it late now. Mitch says, "Yo, what's up, Mitch? Mitch Larius, what's good? Future pro in the house." Says, "If me and my bro came to the UK, we gotta live, bro." Yo, I'm not in the UK right now, fam. But when the time, I'm in Canada. I'm not too far from you, actually. I'm just up north. But I was gonna go up to UK to check. Nas. I want to go check him out and get a nice pump over there. So if you guys are going to the UK, let me know. You can get two pros and a bro in the house, lifting and stuff. I'm with it. I'm with it, man. My Haitian brothers are, you know what I mean? Iron Energy, here we come. Brady, word to God, I jet puked this morning. What was it? In the gym, I was smashing legs. 4 plates went down for the squats. RDLs, I had to quit. Again, the gyms just opened up today. I was just getting by with a little bit. I didn't have access to all of that weight and all of the extra equipment, and that was something else because when I went inside today, I said, "I'm not turning. I'm like leaving no stone unturned." And yeah, I paid the price. I like projectile vomited later on, and then went out to go complete my workout. It's all good though. Another day of the life of a warrior, man. We're just out here doing this thing. You feel me? We're getting it done. We are getting it done. We are getting it done, people. You feel me? Iron Energy, here we come. That photo shoot's gonna be lit. Gagan, what's good? Jazz Jay says, suggest a good pre-workout brand. Love from India. Appreciate you, bro. Pre-workout myself, I'm not too adamant on pre-workout. I personally would rather supplement with caffeine tablets